that consistency should lead to completion. That's what we're talking about today. Y'all write it down. We're talking about the courage to complete. God wanted me to do it. He wanted me to pause and let us think about this. Right now, we're entering into the last quarter of 2025. The last 4 months. We want all of us to think about what He told us, the dreams, the goals, the plans in January 1st, 2025. What was our hitting? He gave us visions. He gave us game plans. He gave us goals. Think about it. Go back to January. What was the mission? What did God show you? And sometimes it's so big you don't believe it, but that was God. You know what I'm saying? He showed you that. He gave you that vision. So when you think about it, it's in these 4 walks right here. One of them, no matter what, you're a child of God, one of them was your spiritual walk, your walk with Christ. That was one. Now, I'm going to get closer to my Creator, and I know everything else will manifest from that, you know. So your walk with God. The second one was your finances, your business goals, your business ideas, your job goals. Because God is about business. All of them. Abraham was a businessman. Moses was a businessman. Joseph was a business. All of the men in the Bible were business. Apostle Paul was a tent maker, real estate. God is about business. The religion, the way they teach it is wrong. Kingdom business, He's about business. Everywhere you go in the Bible, He's like, I'm going to take you to this land, real estate. I'm going to give you land. I'm going to give you cattle. I'm going to give you real estate, inventory, businesses, right? Gold, silver, grain, all of it. Job, all of it. None of them was broke. This fake religious humbleness, like you're supposed to be poor, is a lie. It's a wrong. Now, I don't teach prosperity gospel, but I sure don't teach poverty. You know what I'm saying? But if you just look at the scripture and we learn it ourselves, none of them was poor and broke. Come on now, why would God put his people on earth to be broke and poor and not have abundance and do with it? We just don't worship those things. But anyway, so the third thing, one of our goals was health. Getting more healthy. Our fitness, getting rid of bad habits, right? Our diet, self-care, our mental, our health. And the fourth one was our relationships, our family, our friends, the people we love, spending more time with them, taking more better care of our moms, our kids, better relationships, reconciling broken relationships, right? Those 4 points is pretty much the things that we start off the year like. Somewhere in those fields we focus on the most, right? And we agree on that? 100%. Alright, so if you think back of where you fell off track. Think about the brick wall you ran into. Think about your walk with God, whatever threw you off on that. Think about where your finances or your business plans, how something went wrong, or you start taking a loss somewhere, or something broke down, or a job didn't work out like you thought it would work out, or that business plan didn't work out like you thought it was, or your health, all of a sudden you got so busy that you couldn't work out, or you just couldn't eat healthy because you just had to eat on the fly because you were so busy, so you just started buying fast food. What about your bad habits, whatever? You start stressing again, so you start drinking, you start smoking again, you know what I mean? Because life started hitting you, and all of a sudden you went back to what you usually do, right? Because it's how you dealt with your anxiety, that's how you dealt with pressure, right? You got hit. Next thing you know, relationships. You wanted to mend those relationships. You start getting backstabbed. You start getting betrayed. You start getting hated on. All those things happen even with family, with friends. You like, golly, I planned on doing this and reconciling relationships, but things happen, right? Brick wall happened, didn't it? Right? Which is crazy, because what we can say is, you can be like, life be lifing, right? But God want me to remind y'all, we got an adversary. That's his job. We got opposition. We got an enemy. So when God gives us that vision, those goals, those plans, His job is to defend it, block it, stop it, attack it. That's His job, right? That's the devil's job. All worship God when we operate in our purpose. He hates it. He wants to snuff out as many pieces of purpose as he can. That's his job. He's the opposition. But guess what? Guess what? God allows that, right? Right? Because Because that's our opposition. What's opposition? Opposition is just like them weights that I lift. You know what I mean? It makes you stronger. It builds your character. It builds your perseverance. So we got to understand this though. Out of all those things, he don't care about your family. He don't care about your health. He don't care about your peace of mind. He don't care about none of that. He come and attack all of that, right? He don't care about your relationships with your girl, with your mama, all that stuff. He don't care about your diet, your health. He don't care about none of that. All he after is your faith. He attack all of those to get your faith and your relationship out of God. That's it. Right? Because we got the playbook, y'all. Right? When he went after Job, what did he go after? But remember, you had to go ask permission to God to attack him. Like, remember God was like, you looking for somebody to attack. How about my righteous son Job? Have you considered Job? And he's like, well, I have considered, but you got a hedge of protection around him. You blessed him with abundance. He got businesses. He got a beautiful family. He healthy. You know what I mean? He's proud. He's swole. He's healthy. Full of life. You know what I'm saying? Let me attack that stuff you're giving him, and I bet he'll curse you. That was the whole goal. So that was his goal, right? So what did he do first? So God said, hey, okay, I'm going to give you permission to do that, but you just can't take his life. And I'm going to show you. While you got all the angels watching, you got in line with the angels, you flunky, you think I don't know, that's why I said test him. Let's see. I'm going to make a show. I'm going to show the rest of my kids from here on out how the devil's playbook. So y'all know his playbook, right? So what did he do? All of a sudden, all hell broke loose in a day. First thing, a tornado came through. His kids at one of his properties, many properties, kicking it, feasting, right? Tornado come through, killed all his kids. Right after that, some enemies, some different tribes come through on his businesses, come and rob the business, kill all his workers, steal all his camel, which was like cars back then, rob the car lot, kill all, take all his sheep. That's a clothing business, you understand me? And then the next thing you know, a fire come through and set a fire on his other business and kill the rest of his animals in inventory. All this back to back to back to back, right? And he tore off his clothes and still worshiped God. And still said, hey, the Lord bless me, the Lord can take it. He's the one he's God, and I'm still going to worship his name, right? So what? The devil had to get back in line again. God, look what popping on him. Like, yeah, what happened? He like, you know what? That's a man. He's selfish. The only reason he ain't cursed you is because it's stuff. It's his family. It's his business. It's everything else. Let me touch him. God said, all right, touch him, but you can't kill him. All of a sudden, he went after his health then, remember? Went after his health. And all of a sudden, he had boils from head to toe. He was sick, lost all that weight. Where his wife even said, hey, why don't you just curse God and die? Like, which is what the enemy has said in heaven. That's what the devil said he was trying to make him do, right? So he started coming through your loved ones too when you're down and out, right? He's playbook, right? And the main thing he was after was what? Job's faith. He wasn't after none of that. He ain't after none of that stuff he attacked on y'all this year when y'all goes. He's after your faith because he know if he can get your faith out of line, he can get you out of alignment and get out. Everything else will fall apart. Does that make sense? So he's after your faith. If he can disconnect you from God and make you doubt God doubt God's promises, he got you. He got you. That's the whole goal. That's the whole plan. You'll never manifest and completely get the promised land and all that belongs. You'll never reach your destiny. Why? Because you doubted God. You doubted the promises. You disconnected from your source. Just like a seed out of soil, you pull that plant out, what? It automatically starts shriveling up. It's out of its source, right? You take a fish out of water, it starts going crazy, right? It's dying. Same thing with us spiritually. We disconnect us from our source, we start dying. And you can see it because we start deteriorating. We start self-destructing, drinking, smoking, porn. We start looking older than we are. Our skin starts looking bad. We start being unhealthy. We start eating unhealthy. We start living unhealthy. We start giving our body away to women who don't deserve it. All those, we start disconnecting like a fish out of water. Does that make sense? You're like a plant out of soil. Just look at it. If you just pull it out and it just starts shriveling up, you want to hurry up and put it back in the dirt so we get back to its source. That's how God created us. We're in his image. The rest of those things are creations. We created in his image. We're spiritual beings. We got a will. Amen.